Every person has moments when the weight of life feels too heavy to carry. Doubt, failure, and uncertainty often creep in, making us question our path. But within every struggle lies a hidden strength waiting to rise. Motivation is not about being loud or flashy. It is about igniting the courage inside to keep going. This journey is about discovering that strength, learning from challenges, and moving forward with unshakable purpose. Let these words remind you that no matter where you are, your story is not over. It is only beginning. The very first step toward any dream is self-belief, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. Confidence is not about arrogance or being louder than everyone else. It is about quietly trusting that you can overcome whatever comes your way. Self-belief does not mean you will never doubt or never feel fear. It simply means you choose to act despite those feelings. The truth is, every great journey begins within, with the voice that whispers, "I can do this, I am capable, and I am worthy." Believing in yourself is like exercising a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes over time. Even when no one supports you, you must be the one to support yourself. Even when nobody claps, you must clap for yourself. That inner belief is the foundation for every success story. And here's the secret. You don't have to see the entire path right away. Self-belief doesn't ask you to know every answer or have every resource. It only asks you to take the first step with courage. Motivation may ignite the fire, but it is discipline that keeps the fire alive long after motivation fades away. There will be days when you don't feel like working, when you feel tired, uninspired, or even hopeless. On those days, discipline is the force that pushes you to keep showing up anyway. Motivation is emotional, and emotions change every day, but discipline is steady and reliable. It's the quiet promise you make to yourself that you will keep moving no matter what. Success is not built on bursts of energy. It is built on daily habits. Discipline is what separates those who only dream from those who achieve. It may feel boring at times to repeat the same efforts, but it is in those repetitions that character is forged and greatness is born. Think of it like building a wall brick by brick. It doesn't look like much, but one day, you look back and see a fortress you have built with your own two hands. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success itself. Every great person you admire has a trail of failures behind them, and yet, those failures were the stepping stones that led them to greatness. Failure carries lessons that success can never teach. It humbles you, sharpens you, and builds resilience within you. The most successful leaders, athletes, and creators didn't rise because they never failed. They rose because they learned how to fail forward. Every mistake holds wisdom if you are willing to look for it. Failure is simply feedback, pointing you toward a better way, a smarter move, a stronger path. So instead of fearing failure, embrace it as a companion on the road to your dreams. Let your scars remind you not of defeat, but of the courage it took to try. Falling down is not failure, staying down is. With every setback, you gain experience, insight, and toughness. Dreams often feel intimidating because we stare at the mountain instead of focusing on the first step. But the truth is, every great achievement is the result of small, consistent actions repeated over time. A book is written one page at a time. A marathon is run one step at a time. Success is built one choice at a time. When you break your dreams into small daily tasks, the mountain no longer feels impossible. It simply becomes a series of small hills to climb. Celebrate each step forward, no matter how small, because progress is progress. A drop of water on its own seems insignificant, but millions of drops form oceans that reshape the world. Likewise, your small actions may feel ordinary, but together they create extraordinary results. Don't underestimate the power of daily effort. One small positive habit practiced every day compounds into a massive transformation. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world, and it determines how far you can go. A fixed mindset believes abilities are limited. You're either good at something or you're not. But a growth mindset believes skills can be developed, challenges can be overcome, and failure is simply part of the process of improvement. With a growth mindset, you stop asking, "Can I do this?" and start asking, how can I learn this? That small shift in perspective changes everything. Suddenly, obstacles are no longer walls. They become doors waiting to be opened with effort and persistence. A growth mindset pushes you to stretch, to take risks, to keep learning, and to grow into your full potential. Every skill you admire in others was once something they struggled with. Every master was once a beginner. The difference was not talent, it was the willingness to grow. Pain is a part of life, but it doesn't have to define your life. Every struggle, heartbreak, and setback carries within it the seed of strength. Pain can either crush you or carve you into someone stronger. It all depends on how you respond. When you choose to use pain as fuel, you transform wounds into wisdom. The darkest nights often give birth to the brightest stars. Just as pressure turns coal into diamonds, life's challenges can shape you into something greater. Pain is temporary, but the strength it builds lasts forever. The people who rise the highest are often the ones who suffered the most because they turned their trials into training. You may not control the pain, but you can control what you create out of it. When you carry your scars with pride, they remind you not of weakness, but of survival and growth. Pain is proof that you have lived, endured, and come out stronger. Don't run from it, use it. Let it sharpen you. Let it make you unshakable. Without purpose, life feels empty and effort feels meaningless. Purpose is the why behind everything you do, the anchor that holds you steady in the storm. It gives direction to your journey and meaning to your struggles. When you know your purpose, obstacles no longer feel like random pain. They feel like part of a bigger mission. Purpose fuels persistence when motivation runs out. It is what keeps you moving when the road gets hard and the results feel far away. Purpose is not about being busy, it's about being aligned. It's about knowing that your actions matter and that they are contributing to something bigger than yourself. A life without purpose may feel comfortable, but it will never feel fulfilling. A life with purpose, even with struggles, feels meaningful. When your why is strong enough, your how becomes possible. Find your purpose, and you will find the strength to rise again and again. Strength is not always about being the loudest or the fastest. It is often about being steady and consistent. Gentle persistence means showing up day after day, even when progress feels slow, even when nobody notices. Like water wearing down stone, gentle persistence achieves what force alone cannot. It may not be flashy, but it is unstoppable. Gentle persistence means refusing to quit, not because the journey is easy, but because the goal is worth it. It's the power of patience combined with action. Over time, persistence builds confidence, and confidence builds results. The world often glorifies intensity, but in truth, consistency beats intensity every time. A little progress every day eventually creates a massive transformation. Persistence doesn't demand perfection, it only asks you to keep going. It is the quiet force that wins battles others thought were impossible. Growth never happens in comfort. Comfort zones feel safe, but they also keep you small, repeating the same patterns over and over again. True courage is stepping into the unknown, facing the fear of failure, and choosing to move anyway. Every time you break free from your comfort zone, you discover new abilities you never knew you had. Fear isn't a signal to stop. It's a sign that you're entering new territory, that you're on the edge of growth. Every invention, every breakthrough, every moment of greatness came from someone who dared to step into discomfort. Courage doesn't mean you are fearless. It means you act even when fear is present. The reward for leaving comfort behind is growth, wisdom, and confidence. And while comfort feels easy, it eventually leads to regret. Courage leads to expansion, learning, and new opportunities. In a world obsessed with speed, patience is an overlooked superpower. Success doesn't happen overnight. It grows slowly, like a seed hidden beneath the soil. Those who practice patience understand that lasting results take time. Patience isn't weakness. It is quiet strength, the faith that your hard work will bear fruit when the time is right. Rushing the process only leads to mistakes and burnout. Every season has its purpose. and you cannot harvest in spring what is meant to bloom in autumn. Patience allows you to endure, to stay steady, to trust the journey. Even nature shows us that growth is slow but steady. The tallest trees took years to reach the sky. When you learn to wait and work at the same time, you develop wisdom and strength that shortcuts can never give you. Patience trains your mind to embrace the process instead of obsessing over the outcome. And in the end, the reward is not just the result, it's the character you built while waiting. Life will never be free of challenges, but that is what makes it meaningful. Every struggle you face is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable. Remember, success is not built in one day, it is built day by day with faith, discipline, and persistence. Stay patient, stay consistent, and trust that your efforts will lead to something greater. Your story is still unfolding. Make it one of courage, growth, and unshakable hope.